The film begins with a young boy lying on a stone while the forest tribe dances around him. The tribe leader sought to sacrifice a boy named Linshu to appease their deity. Then Linshu sees a huge black python near him, as the python was going to open its big mouth and eat it. Linshu's eyes open. Here we come to know that Linshu was dreaming. Actually, he was sitting on a wooden boat with his uncle on a river to catch fish. Linshu sees an island covered with fog and asks his uncle about that island. His uncle says, "I have heard that huge snakes live here and human skeletons have been found here. There is a lot of danger, so we should stay as far as possible." While talking, Linshu's uncle did not even think that he was catching fish. Meanwhile, a big python comes in his net. While pulling it, he himself fell into the water. Linshu becomes scared, but his uncle comes out of the water and says, "Do not worry, I am fine. I was just stuck in the net of fish catching, but now the waves of water pulled him to the island." Linshu's uncle gets scared and was trying to leave from here quickly. But when he turned behind, Linshu was not on the boat. He was missing. Linshu's uncle gets scared, took his boat and left from there quickly and came back to his village. He comes and tells everything to Linshu's dad, means his brother. They were scared to hear it. They ask, "Where you have left my son?" There we are shown Linshu, who was stuck in the middle of the island, about which his uncle had told that the snakes rule this place. He did not know where he was going. When he walks a little further, his foot hit a stone, and he sees a huge snake skin in front of him. He was scared to see it and also feels something strange behind him. When he looks back, there was none after that. A wild plant attacks him and traps him in its bushes. That means, along with snakes on this island, wild plants were also alive. Linshu sees human statues in front of him, from which he understood that he is in trouble and starts crying. He was remembering his mom and dad, then a strange, liquid-like thing falls from above. When he looks up, a plant was about to attack him. On the other side, we see Linshu's mom and dad preparing to go to that island to find and bring their son back. Linshu's dad gives money to a man and tells him to come with them, and he was also greedy. Because of this, he gets ready to go with his companions. That greedy man had heard about the island, that expensive plants are found there. Here, an old man forbids them from going and says, "Don't go there because that island is cursed. A black python protects that island, and whoever goes there never comes back." But Linshu's mom, dad, and uncle take some men with them to find him. They do not listen to that old man and had now reached that island. The greedy man who had come with them tells his companions that if you find any expensive thing here, then keep it with you quietly. We will take them from here. Meanwhile, the greedy man's companion brings a few eggs of snake, but he sees them and says, "What have you brought?" His companion throws those eggs and crushes them with his feet, and goes to a red plant that seemed lovely to him. When he was about to break that plant, a huge black python kills that man in a jiffy. His companions also hear his screams and understood that maybe something bad has happened to him. There, Linshu's mom finds his fallen shoe, from which they came to know that Linshu is on this island. Meanwhile, that black python had also attacked them. When they were running away from it, a wild plant wraps them in its bushes and drops them in a cave. Here, Linshu's uncle says, "I have heard that the secret of being immortal is hidden here." Means if a person reaches that secret, he can never die, and this is the reason why the living python here ends the humans. Here, they hear Linshu's voice. They move and find him wrapped in bushes, so they free him. On the other hand, the greedy man's companion sees some strange plant, but along with that, they had also seen human skeletons there. When he was about to break those plants, a lot of snakes come there. All of them were now running away from their lives. But while leaving, Linshu had kept a snake's egg in his bag. Now they try to escape with the help of the hanging bushes, while the python pulls a man and kills him. Now, when all of them came out, Lin Shu's dad says to that greedy man, "Your greed was going to kill us." Meanwhile, he says, "I had come here to support you so that we can find your son together. And you are accusing me, and because of you my two companions were killed." There was a lot of argument between them, but Lin Shu's mother makes her husband quiet. Suddenly, she fell and fainted. The greedy man also falls down. Lin Shu's uncle sees that the snake has bitten them because of it. They are in such a state. That means when he was running away from that python, it attacked them. Now he brought them back to his village, and there were a lot of people around them. A man comes here who tells that a lot of snakes have attacked our village. Then all the people gathered here go to flee the snakes. Lin Shu's mom was also in bad condition. He was crying while seeing his mom. Lin Shu's mom gives him a locket and says, "Son, always be a good person and keep loving nature." After saying this, his mom died. Lin Shu is shown after a few days. One day, he notices that the egg he had brought from the island has hatched, and a snake come out of it. It was not an ordinary snake, but a golden python. He keeps it with him, and they also became good friends. One day, Lin Shu's dad saw him playing with the golden python. He finds out that Lin Shu is talking to the snake and asks him to leave it while saying, "Son, leave it. It can be a danger to all of us." But Lin Shu did not want to give this snake to anyone. Now he comes to the riverbank and leaves the python near the island from where Lin Shu got its egg. He asks it to go, but the golden python also did not want to be separated from it. Then Lin Shu sees there are many snakes around him, but when the golden python went into the water, all the snakes also leave from there. There in the village, everyone was looking for Lin Shu and looking for him. They come to the riverbank. Suddenly, don't know what happened to a man. He falls down being unconscious. After this, we are shown the scene 10 years later. Lin Shu had grown up now and was a biologist in a private clinic. He used to do research on plants, animals, and was also doing research on those symbols that he had seen many years ago in the cave of Python Island. Meanwhile, he gets a call from his uncle who tells him that people in their village are getting sick. Their condition is bad. He will have to do something soon. Here we come to know that Lin Shu had not gone to his village for many years. At the same time, he was also angry with his dad, who separated his good friend Golden Python from him. Now Lin Shu was sitting with his staff and having a meeting, where his boss tells him that I have come to know about a plant that has the quality of being immortal. That plant is found near your village on the island. You will have to go there and get it. Now the boss sends her daughter and some scientists with Lin Shu to his village. Lin Shu comes to his village and sees a strange sight. Everyone is sick, and he also sees the snake skin with which those people were treating themselves. Lin Shu still does not meet his dad because he was still angry with him about the same thing. He goes to his mom's grave. Now Lin Shu and his manager meet the villagers and tell them to go to the Python Island, on which they were all forbidding them from going there. Lin Shu says, "See, try to understand everything. It is very important for us to go there. We will get the solution to this disease of yours there." Lin Shu was ready to go with his team, including his boss. Meanwhile, the same greedy man comes there, who had come to the island with his dad to save him. Lin Shu is scared to see the weapon in his hand, because now he wanted to go with them. Seeing this, Lin Shu's boss says we should take him with us, because I have heard that there is a lot of danger on that island. And he also has weapons so he can help us. Now when they reach the island, the greedy man's partner again tries to pluck a plant from there. But that plant was so dangerous that, like an animal, it opens its mouth and scratches the greedy man's partner. Everyone was scared to see. Lin Shu tells everyone to go inside the cave. Lin Shu's boss breaks a plant in the cave from which all the plants there had come to attack them. Now everyone runs away from here. Meanwhile, Lin Shu and his boss's daughter were separated from their group. On the other side, The rest of the people come to the black python's cave to save their lives. Now that python was slowly moving toward them, the greedy man shoots it and tries to kill it, by which the python did not die. But now it was angrier and opens its mouth in a big, scary way to eat them. Because of this, all of them were now running away from their being scared. On the other side, Lin Shu finds the golden python which he had left in the river many years ago. That golden python had also recognized him. He does not say anything to him. Lin Shu tells the boss's daughter that we have no danger from this python. That's when it heard the sound of a bullet and went away from there. Here, Lin Shu also sees the same marks on which he was researching on and understands that these marks are associated with the people of the tribe living here. That is, the people of the tribe living here were also finding out about the immortal, to stay alive forever. Now, by seeing the symbols, he discovers the whole story. That thousands of years ago, a meteorite fell from the sky, and because of its heat, the plants were born here, which are alive like humans. According to their research, if a human eats this plant, it can become immortal. This test was also done on humans by the people of the tribe, but the result was not good. Now, in the last picture, he sees the people of the tribe kissing the snakes. On another side, Lin Shu's boss touched a plant, due to which now that plant also attacked them. The black python also comes there. The greedy man throws one of his companions in front of it to save his life and ran away with others. Meanwhile, the boss meets her daughter, and she tells her mom about the golden python. The manager hears and says the plant we have come here to find is related to the golden python. Now the boss tells the greedy man to catch the golden python by giving more greed for money. Moving ahead from here, they see the black and golden pythons wrapped in each other. Here, the golden python's skin was shedding like the leaves of a plant. Looking at it, Lin Shu understands that it is the skin of the golden python which falls and turns into a plant, and becomes an immortal plant from which a person can live forever, and if possible, we can save anyone's life from that plant. Lin Shu's boss tells the greedy man to kill the pythons, but the black python attacks them. When a man was going to kill the golden python, Lin Shu comes and stops him while throwing him away, because he did not want to harm the golden python. On the other hand, suddenly, a black python comes and bites Lin Shu, and its venom was now spreading in his body. Here, the golden python comes and touches Lin Shu's wound and cures him. And taking advantage of this, the greedy man hit the gun on the head of the golden python and made it unconscious. The black python also attacks everyone, and was about to kill the boss's daughter, but Lin Shu came and saved her. The black python, in an attempt to kill them, collides with the bush's plant and wrapped it. Lin Shu and the boss's daughter somehow came out of the cave. Coming there, Lin Shu gets the same plant that he had come here to take, from which anyone could be saved and had the power to live forever. He breaks it and keeps it in his pocket. The manager tells the boss that if you want to be immortal, then you will have to eat the golden python. Hearing this, the greedy man goes to end the golden python, but it grabs and bites him. The greedy man was about to die. Lin Shu remembers his mother's words here, that never harm anyone. Thinking this, he feeds the greedy man the plant he plucked, but as he eats the leaf of that plant, he attacks Lin Shu because his power had increased 100 times. Now Lin Shu's dad and uncle had also come to that island to save him, and they attack that greedy man. That's why the golden python came again and grabbed the greedy man. But now he had become so powerful because of eating that leaf that he tears the golden python and drinks its blood, with which he had become even more powerful. That greedy man says I had spread the disease in the village so that I can earn money from the villagers. Saying this, he attacks Lin Shu again, but this time Lin Shu's dad had come forward to save his son. He dies immediately due to being stabbed. Now the greedy man's body was burning. This is where Lin Shu finds out the reason for the disappearance of the tribe. He also ate the plant and drank the blood of the snake, due to which all of them died. That greedy man had gone mad because of that plant and blood and starts killing everyone. The boss takes her daughter and leaves, but she refuses to go because she likes Lin Shu and also tries to save him. Before the boss's daughter's arrival, the greedy man had shot Lin Shu, but Lin Shu escapes from him because the bullet hits the amulet in his body, which his mom had given him. Now, suddenly, a black python comes here who swallowed the greedy man in a jiffy. This island was now completely destroyed. Now, the golden python also comes in injured condition, who was showing Lin Shu the way to go from here. All of them safely come to the bank of the river. Here, Lin Shu now decides to feed that golden python the same plant, but his boss did not want this. She tells him to take that plant in return, of which she will give him a lot of money. But Lin Shu does not come in her greed and feeds that golden python that plant. After which, all of them start going in their boat from there. Due to eating that plant, the condition of the golden python started improving, but it was sad being separated from Lin Shu. After it, we are shown at the end of the story that Lin Shu and the boss's daughter together treat the villagers. Later, they decided to stay here. With it, the story of this movie ends here.